Hi, I'm Lauren Goble, and I'm here at Elliott Farms to read you a story called Right This Very Minute by Liesl Delphison. This is one of my favorite books because Liesl and her family are the 6th generation cranberry farmers in Wisconsin, and if you go to the grocery store, you can find them on the back of a bottle of cranberry juice. So let's get started with our story. What's that you say? You're hungry for breakfast? Right this very minute? Then you need a farmer. You have the stories of so many right here on your table. Right this very minute in a citrus grove, a grower tests oranges for ripeness. When the fruit is ready, the harvesting crew will pick the oranges, which will be squeezed into the juice you drink in the morning. Right this very minute in a new field on a wheat farm, a farmer drills furrows the perfect depth for seeds. Your pancakes were made with wheat that was grown, harvested, and then ground into flour. Right this very minute, in a sugar bush filled with maple trees, a sugar maker replaces collection buckets with a new tubing system to carry maple sap to a storage tank. The sap will be boiled down into evaporators until it becomes thick and sweet like the maple syrup you've poured on your pancakes. What's that you say? You'd like a snack? Right this very minute? Then you need a farmer. You have the knowledge of so many right here in your hands. Right this very minute, as the sun sets on a cranberry marsh, a grower starts protecting the crop from frost. The grower will be up all night checking the sprinklers that keep the plants from freezing. Also, cranberries can become part of your trail mix. Right this very minute, on a southern farm, a peanut farmer installs soil sensors to make sure the fields aren't too wet or too dry. The sensors help the farmer decide when and how much to water these sensitive plants. What's that you say? It's time for lunch, right this very minute? Then you need a farmer. You have the hard work of so many right here in your lunchbox. Right this very minute, a dairy farmer tends the cows. The cheese in your sandwich was made with milk from cows that must be milked at least twice every day, whether it's a weekday, a Saturday, a birthday, or a holiday. Right this very minute, farmers till and test the soil for nutrients to make sure it's healthy before planting seeds that will grow into long, crunchy carrots. Right this very minute, an apple grower works with a beekeeper to bring beehives into an orchard. Hundreds of thousands of honeybees will pollinate the pale pink blossoms, helping each tree grow many bushels of apples for you to enjoy. What's that you say? You're ready for dinner right this very minute? Then you need a farmer. You have the pride of so many right here on your plate. Right this very minute, a cattle rancher moves the herd to a wide pasture to graze. She cares for the cows and welcomes their calves into the world. When the calves are old enough, they will move to new pastures or feed yards before they are harvested for their beef that will be made into hamburgers. Right this very minute, a farmer plans a crop rotation schedule to keep the soil healthy and grow more of the very best vegetables like the potato you've topped with broccoli and cheese. Right this very minute, some farmers prepare produce for delivery to grocery stores, and others box it up to sell at local farmers markets. Before lettuce and tomatoes ever get tossed in a salad or put on top of a hamburger, they must travel from the farm to hungry customers. What's that you'd say? You like dessert right this very minute? Then you need a farmer and sometimes a whole farming family. You have the dedication of so many right here on your fork. Right this very minute, a grower checks the weather forecast in a family-owned strawberry patch while workers help hundreds of visitors pick their own strawberries. Right this very minute, a family checks their backyard coop to make sure the chickens have enough feed and fresh water. Then they collect eggs that get made into foods like shortcake in your bowl. What's that you say? You want to grow your own food right this very minute? Then you need to think like a farmer. You can help plant a garden right here in your community. Right this very minute, you and your friends, family, and neighbors can work together to choose which crops to grow in your gardens. In a few months, you'll enjoy eating healthy snacks and meals made with the fruits and vegetables you harvest yourselves. Every single day of the year, farmers tend their crops, care for their animals, and work hard to feed their families and yours. Next time you eat breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner, or dessert, remember that somewhere, right this very minute, there's a farmer to thank for your delicious food. And if someday you decide to become a farmer, right that very minute, you'll be doing your part to feed the world too. Now we're going to meet a farmer right here at Elliott Farms. I'm here today with Shannon and Elliott at their family-owned and operated farm. So Shannon, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
So tell us a little bit about the farm. What kind of crops you raise? What kind of livestock do you have here?
So we have a U-pick strawberry farm that you can see out here. And then we have cattle, poultry, and then farm animals, goats, horses.
Wow.
So
you got a lot going on. So one of the things I think kids think about when they're talking about careers is they see their mom and dad go to work, and if it's kind of nasty outside, they don't have to go play, or if it's too hot, they get to stay inside. So since you have a family farm, do y'all ever get days off?
no, 365 days a year.
Wow, so a lot of work goes on. All right. So we see our strawberries are starting to grow. I see some red ones down there, and I still see a lot of green ones, which means they're not ready to be picked. So if I wanted to come to your farm and pick strawberries, when should I come visit?
You should come starting in the spring, so early April to the end of May. So they grow all winter. We plant them in the fall, and then they grow all winter, and then they'll be ready in the spring. And as you can see, they're covered up now because they do not like the cold weather. So we put these blankets over them where they can still get sunlight and they can grow.
All right. So if I come out here to visit your farm and pick strawberries, are there any special treats that I can get after I'm through picking?
Absolutely. Homemade ice cream.
All right. Always my favorite. So you said this is a family-owned and operated farm, and y'all got strawberries, but I know that you have a different career in agriculture. So can you just take a quick second to tell us what your normal job is?
I don't know if we consider it normal, but I am an equine veterinarian. So I stay on the road. I'm mostly ambulatory, so that means I come to your house to work on your animals.
So a lot of the things that we see at the farm, I know it's a lot of science and math. So would you say the subjects that you and your husband enjoyed in school were probably science and math?
Absolutely. And I'm not speaking for him, but for myself, science was my absolute favorite.
All right. I know there's a lot of things to see and do here. So if you'd like to come pick strawberries, there are strawberry farms all across the state. This one is here in Lizella, Georgia. You can visit gfb.org to see the different farms across our state, and make sure you pick some strawberries and try some of that delicious strawberry ice cream.